Hello. Hi, you guys. My computer was spinning and spinning and spinning. Erica, I'm so glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Happy you were here. I didn't add you on, but I just forgot. But I'm very glad. Can you hear me okay? Yeah, well, so we're going to do our beautiful zodiac sign of Aries, Cancer, and Gemini. All right, so we're going to start with Aries. Wait, Cancer, right? I think that's it. Okay, so let me go ahead. Hi, you guys. Welcome. Welcome. Join in, have some fun. We're going to take a look at our zodiac signs. I thought we'd do it a little different today because I was running a little bit behind. I'm trying to get a house, so it has been a lot of mayhem for me. So I thought this would be a lot more fun for you. And those of you in the chat, I should have turned it on. I think I turned on the chat for everybody, so you are welcome to join in. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and take a look at Aries. Hold on one second. I'm going to look up one thing real quick, and then I'll be right back to you. Yeah, okay. Aries, Gemini, and Cancer. So, okay. Hi, Anne. How are you? I haven't seen you in so long. I was thinking about you it was probably about a few weeks ago. I hope you're doing well. All right, Aries, let's look at the beautiful zodiac sign of Aries. You know that the world is changing right around us as fast as we are moving. It's moving even faster, right? So there's a lot of energy shifts getting ready to take place. And I did an energy shift reading. I miss you too. Um, you're very welcome, Alicat. Hi, Samantha. So, with these energy shifts, there's all kinds of different vibrations that we're going to feel. And so, you'll see me going live a lot more over the next probably few months at least. And then I'm bringing in my new live show to take the place of the Soul Live. And that was, if you guys look through the playlist, you'll see where I did Souls Live for about 2 years, where we talked about ascension and awakenings, and all of that's still in there right now. But we're going to go even higher than that. We're going to start really moving into the age of Aquarius. So you'll see that I have that ready to go. That'll be posted later tonight. So, yes, hello, welcome, welcome. We're going to start with Aries, the zodiac sign of Aries, sun, moon, rising sign of Aries. And we're going to take a look at you. It's for the month, but this is really the weekly reading for you guys. Okay, I'm not going to lose beat on the weekly readings for you. But we are starting off with the Page of Swords, and this is information coming in for a beautiful sign of Aries. Information that could be coming through, via I'm a little tongue-tied. I took a nap. I had to take a nap. It is 5:30 in New York time. But anyway, this may be a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius individual. And what I'm getting is that, this is really about the zodiac sign of Aries and the first three cards that I'm pulling, and I'll pull all the detail. This is a general reading, love, career, finance, family, whatever comes into this reading, we'll take a look at it. But with this Page of Swords is information, technology, uh, driven. I feel you're going to get a text message for a lot of you, and it's going to literally help you propel forward, Aries. This is a beautiful moment for you. Now, don't get me wrong, and the Page of Swords is very hi, Allie. It's a very positive card. So this is about you learning in your own way about the ascension process that you yourself are going through, the awakening, the awareness. It went from awakening and now we're in the awareness stage, right? So there's different phases as we tear down the old dynamics through the age of Aquarius. And this is the awareness. We have the soul, the Six of Cups, and this is a great card. I love this card because this is a point in time where some of you are really going to feel your our inner child. And when we feel our inner child, that's like that inner freedom inside of us where we feel free, we want to frolic, we want to enjoy life. And I feel it's way overdue for the zodiac sign of Aries. So I'm glad that you're getting this. You're completely turning your entire world around. I want to write down one thing here. You're turning your entire world around. Whatever you've been doing, Aries, you've been doing a great job because I keep hearing, um, tell them they're doing great. And let me pull some details on this. The Wheel of Fortune is changing your destiny. So it's changing a course or direction from one end to the other. And that's what you're going to do. And you're going to feel a lot lighter. You're going to feel a lot more energetic, a lot more free. And I'm also hearing stop questioning yourself. That's the message I just heard. Stop questioning yourself. For those of you who are new to the channel, I see it, hear it, feel it. I know it. And the messages come through me. And then I use the cards fall out afterwards and I relate it through the cards. So you have the Nine of Swords, and that's what I'm talking about. You've been through a lot, Aries. You've been really, and I have an Aries rising. So this is a lot of stress. It doesn't mean that it's negative. So, like with me, what I've been dealing with, this is very stressful. I just got my book done. I'm doing the house. It's like all of these things are finally coming in, and it takes a while. And we have to be very, very patient while we're waiting. And that's a really hard thing to do, especially for our beautiful fire signs, right? And anybody who is having to wait, it doesn't matter what our zodiac sign is. But this is being not being able to sleep, wondering, worrying. And it again, I don't feel it's necessarily negative, although it could be for some of you, most definitely. Now we do have the card of judgment, which is right underneath the wheel of fortune. And let me go ahead and pull the third card, okay? Mm. Some of you are dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius individual. Now, that may be the time you met them. That may not even be you. It might be your partner. It may be your child's friend. You'll know how this resonates in your life. But I feel for a lot of you, this is somebody who has been absent from your life. It may be somebody that you met during childhood itself. Like it's been a really long time since the two of you have seen each other and been together, but with this, you might have recently spoke with them. Remember in the beginning of this, I said that you were going to get information via text message. Somebody is reaching out to you and they're coming forward to share something with you. And that could be why you're feeling very, very stressful. Now, this is for 7-10 days from the time that you're viewing this video. It's intended on a weekly basis. And so, you can look at it for this week, you can look at it for next week. It just depends on when you're looking at it. We also have the high priestess here, and the high priestess is talking about that beautiful insight that you guys have, the awareness, yes, but it's about the heightened senses that you have. Some of you are going to be able to see things better. You're going to see visions. You're going to see dreams of something that you saw in childhood. And whatever it was you saw in childhood is part of your destiny. So it's like a revisit of a dream, is what I'm getting for you guys. A revisit of a dream that is going to help you change your life. So let's say, for some of you, for some of you, what I'm seeing is it has to do with horses, okay? You may have dreamed of having horses when you were a child, or maybe you could communicate with horses. It could be animals in general, but I'm actually seeing a horse. So, whatever this dream was, and obviously that's not going to be for all of you, but it is definitely going to be for somebody who is meant to watch this video. If you're feeling guided to use your heightened senses when it comes to energy healing, when it comes to communicating with animals and helping to heal the animals in a holistic way, it is going to be very, very rewarding for you. Now, you may have recently found out about this. You may have heard about it, an opportunity. If you have not, it is getting ready to come in. You live near a horse farm. Exactly. So it doesn't have to necessarily be horses in general, but it's more about the dream state and where something you dreamed about when you were little. So it could have been an actual dream. And it may have been, I want to live near horses, and there you go, right? It just depends on what's going on. It's so nice to see you. I haven't heard from you in forever. So with this, you have the King of Cups. Let me pull the other two. So in case they fall, I don't have to keep bending over. I'm on a very small table. So I'm super excited about changes that are going on in my life. And I bet you are too. You're dealing with a lot of people. Over the next 7 to 10 days, you're going to get offers. You're going to get more than one offer. You may be hearing from somebody on a love basis. You may be cocooning. Okay, I'm glad that she said she's been cocooning. So with the King of Cups, this is about opening your heart to love. This is saying, okay, I've released and now I'm open. When we're open, that old saying you guys have heard over the last 2 years, you have to let something go in order to get something new. And that's been the way of life. I mean, that's pretty much the way we've usually had it, right? So, and it could be something major, it can be something minor. But when you open up your heart and you release the old negative stuff, all of a sudden something is just going to fly in. It may be living near a horse farm, right? You might be moving into a new property. The King of Cups is saying that you're getting ready to do a big emotional cleanse, a big release of something that's been burdening you and keeping you up at night, something that's been holding you back. And I feel for some of you, it is an actual Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces individual that really played you over. That's what I just heard, played you over. All right. So, and maybe that's why you've taken a step back. And when is the age of Aquarius? Excuse me. When is the age of Aquarius? That's going to be on March 10th. So I'll post that up, and my book is on opening up on March 11th. So everything's getting ready to hit, and all those notices are going up. So whoever this King of Cups is, male or female, because this is a general reading, right? This King of Cups hurt you. They threw their back to you, and they didn't want to talk to you. I feel, threw your back at them. Okay, you guys might have been playing that standoff kind of game. But the beauty of this situation, and you could have been in the twin flame romantic version of the twin flame journey. It doesn't have to be romance, because billions of people weren't in a romantic relationship when they went into their self-reflection, because it's about the masculine and feminine within us. It is absolutely the logic and the emotions. That is the aces, right? The swords, ace of swords. That's the ace of swords and the ace of cups, which you have swords and cups on here. Now, the last card is you. It's all about you. So, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, this is about your confidence is being restored. Whatever you dreamed of is coming back around. If this is a childhood friend, they're coming back around. And there is nervous energy going on with this, but let me pull a card for that. And we're going to keep going. If you guys want me to pull in love card, I will pull in a love card as well. Heart, heart, flowers, flowers. Okay. Worry. We have the card of worry. You see, there's nothing by chance that happens in my readings, not in mine. I can't speak for anybody else. And you guys know I'm not a traditional tarot reader. However, the cards seem to always sync with whatever my messages are. So, okay, I'll throw in love cards, you bet. So, when it comes to the Nine of Swords, this is staying up late at night. This is worrying. This is, maybe you've applied for a house and you're wondering, am I going to get approved? Is it going to, how much? And am I going to find a house? Is probably more what people are worried about right now. Is there anything left? And there is. Because what's meant for you is going to come for you, Aries. So do not worry about this and pull back your inner confidence. All right. Now, this Queen of Pentacles is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn individual that I feel for you guys. You have been dealing with them for quite some time, but it's really the grounded energy. You have a brand new job offer coming in for some of you, and this job offer is going to make you feel satisfied. So if you've been without work and you put your resume out, it's not like you can just sit there and say, okay, where's it? All right. I believe you, Lorianne. Where is it? No, this is you taking action. This is you saying, and some of you, it's a job you already know. You've already been there. It may be one that you started off with. Like you moved back to your old hometown where horses are. All right. So, uh, you move back to your old hometown surrounded by animals, and it actually looks like a farm. So you may have been called back to go home to where you grew up, and this was the first job that you had. Whatever this is coming back around for you. A Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn individual. You got a lot of people here. We also have Pisces. We have, I said Pisces, Libra. We have every single zodiac sign on the board. We have air, earth, fire, and water. So keep in mind that it's not just about people, it's about the time that you stopped something, it's about the time that you met something. Okay. So Anne just said she thinks she's in a twin flame relationship because we are in separation now. Remember, when you meet the twin flame, it's like two peas in a pod, and the two of you are completely in alignment with each other. And it's like a mirror effect. What you see in them bounces back because it's coming from you. So it's like we cast off to them whatever we need to look at inside of us. And they do the same with us. And so as you're dealing with this individual, you might want to look at that, especially if they're very, very stubborn. We have the Emperor card, and this is indicating whoever you're dealing with in a situation is a very stubborn individual. They don't like to make changes. They don't want to hear your changes. They don't want to take advice from anybody. They might be a little bit arrogant, a little bit egotistical for some of you that you're dealing with this person, kind of stuck and stubborn in the way that they view life overall in general. So they're probably very habitual and they go through all these different things. Hello, Singapore. Welcome. However, they are part of your destiny. So, yeah, that could actually indicate a twin flame dynamic, right? This emperor, I feel, is really, for those of you where this is somebody returning, I don't think they're going to be quite the same. I don't think they're going to be as stubborn. I'm not saying they're completely healed, but they won't be as stubborn as they were the last time you spoke with them. Now, it definitely can represent the zodiac sign of Aries, right? And Aries, we can be, I have an Aries rising, right? You guys are Aries, we can be stubborn. Anybody can be stubborn. So, again, it's a general reading. We have the Princess of Cups. And that's what I'm saying. I feel this person is going to be a little bit more open to you. Now, this may be a family member for sure. But when we're talking on a romantic relationship, and we're going to look at that a little bit deeper, this particular person is not going to be the same. So, even if they hurt you or brought on all this anxiety, it's going to benefit you because they are part of your destiny. So it's like you have to get that closure, right? You don't have to stay with them. You don't have to be with them, but you do need closure, whether it's involving them or not, directly involving them or not. Now, the Wheel of Fortune, this is a very beautiful place to be because you have an option. You have an option to grow in a different direction than you've been going, and then you still can stay exactly where you are. But if you open up your heart just a little bit, if you open yourself up to say, okay, bring it on, whatever you're meant to, show me where home is, right? Show me the way. Then all of a sudden, all these things are going to fly in. We've got one, two, three, four, five, six people card on the board. That's how many people are going to be around you. Very busy, very busy, very busy. Through that busyness, there will be a moment of reconciling the moment you went off course. Okay? Does that make sense for you? Reconciling the moment you went off course is what I just heard. So when you go off course, when you should have went this way, you will recognize when that was. And some of you, it could have been childhood. But enough of that. Let's really look at this career. Some of you are getting ready to change career directions completely. You're going to go into something brand new. And I feel you're going to go into a government entity. And maybe in the financial sector of a government or county or city type of a environment. But you will like this job, okay? Now, I'm not going to say you're going to love it, like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. But I do feel that it's going to be just enough for you to open up and trust again, trust in the process of what you're going through. Hi, Robert. Hi. And as you continue to work at this job, you're going to become more grounded and more centered and more focused. And then, boom, everything's going to fall into place. Revisiting the fork in the road again. I know it really sucks, right? We keep doing it until we get it right. All right. That's just the way it is. So let's go ahead and take a look at romance because a lot of you, this is romance. And please thumbs up this video. All right. So we can get through the feed and help others, Aries, Cancer, and Gemini. All right. For those of you who are in relationships, actually in a relationship, we have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So if you haven't been feeling the romance, because it's clearly indicating, particularly if you're dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, their back is to you. They're really paying attention on what's going on around them. They're looking outside, they're looking out the window, they're looking at the world. They might be watching a little bit too much TV and paying a little bit less attention to you. But with the positive vibrations that you have, I have a dog hair in my mouth. You literally can change this and get their attention back on you because you're very grounded in your own right, in your own mind. But again, I feel you're the one, it's this relationship that you're in where you're dealing with somebody who is very stuck and stubborn. And that could be, no, I have to pay attention to what's going on outside of us. So, with a little extra love, with this positive thinking, we really can make a difference. So, let's go ahead and take a look at our beautiful singles. Who's all single in here? A lot of you guys are single, aren't you? Hi, Dottie. Keep an open mind, all right? Because we never know what's coming. I love these cards. I do. I love them. See the little angel on top floating around. And this angel is there to, it's like Cupid's arrow. Bing, 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 bringing people together with the beautiful love and light that surrounds us. It was just 222222 on the board when I looked. So it's a very positive time for you. We do have a lot of I have 6 different characters on the board. You could actually be meeting 6 people, and it'll turn into a partnership for some of you. But by keeping an open mind, we don't become this right here, stubborn, all right? Now they're very wise, they're very intuitive, and they're awesome people. The emperor, whether it's a male or female, they bring with them all of this wisdom that's so beneficial for us. However, they don't like to change. They like things to be in a certain way because it works for them. And if it works, why change it, right? So with this, you may be very surprised at who is coming in. There is a small group of you, if you've been separated from your soulmate, you will have an opportunity coming around to reconcile differences with them. This is a moment in time where you, like I said earlier, you can gain that closure, okay? And it will be of benefit for you to at least listen to them. You can hang up the phone, you can walk away, but there's something about that relationship that is very vital in this particular group, whoever's going to be watching this video. Now we have the card of patience, all right? You've probably been very, very patient, waiting. I accept that everything happens in divine order. And the horrible part about divine order is it can take a long time. And not only that, it's not on our time. However, it is so worth waiting for. And that is why they're saying, whatever came in childhood, you guys, whatever is coming into your life or whomever is coming into your life, look at very, very closely. It may be exactly what you wanted. All right. So that is our beautiful zodiac sign of Aries. 2427. So let me look at you guys here for a second, and then I will, while I clean up the cards. Welcome to those of you who are new, and let me just see what you guys got going on. I'm having Jupiter return right now with my Saturn return, and so much more. My energy is rocking. I'm single besides the chihuahuas. Okay. You got chihuahuas, little tiny, they bark so much, don't they? They just bark forever. I just saying because I got this big 100-pound dog, you know? He's like a big baby. He lays on the bed and he hogs the whole bed up. You always see 222, and you are welcome for the confirmation. And I'm telling you, it was right on the board. Phew, it was right on the board. Thank you for saying hello to Erica. She is helping me to monitor my channel, and I took her off as I have to put her on and take her off and put her on and take her off, and I forgot to put her on. Sorry. All right. Welcome, you guys. All right, now we're going to take a look at our beautiful sign of Cancer, and we'll save Gemini for last. But let me go ahead and put these cards back together so we can move on. Yes, I'm glad you guys are talking to each other in the chat. That's what community is about. You know, you guys don't know this, but I was a Sunday school teacher for over 10 years. I also put together I was asked to put together a single parent dating group, a single parenting group. And that was a lot for me because I hadn't even heard of them at the time. I had a couple through a 3-year process where it started off like with, like here on YouTube, you start off with just a few people and then you grow a little bit and then you grow more. And when I left, I did it for 3 years, that particular venture. When I left, I received a call from the lady who worked there, and she said, "This is why you were called to do that." 2 of the people got together in my class, and they actually got married, and she knew I'd wanna know. So you never know when you reach out and you say hello to somebody, you may be making a new best friend, and that's what my community is about. So let's go ahead and take a look at our sign of Cancer. I'm going to write that down so we don't forget. All right. Welcome, Cancers. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So let's look at our zodiac sign Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Again, this is a general reading, Cancer. So take from the reading what is meant for you. Let the rest go. Don't hold on to it. If you don't want to reconcile, then it's probably not your portion of the reading. But there are a lot of people reconciling at this time, and they will all the way through October of 2021, is what I've been told to share with you from my guides. Okay. Not like somebody tells me this. So we are looking at love, career, finance, family, friends, whatever comes through here, I will relate it to you. I hear it, see it, feel it, know it. And oh my goodness, yeah, there we go. So the first 3 cards that I'm pulling is for you, specifically for you, Cancer. We are starting off with the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles is analyzing everything around you, looking at what you've invested in, your finances, your education, your career sector, everything that you put into your relationships and mostly into your own self, into your life. So this is a complete overhaul, an analytical evaluation that you have been going into. And over the next 7 to 10 days, I feel you're going to wrap it up. And when you do, here comes this beautiful Queen of Wands. Now, you could be dealing with an Aries and Leo or Sagittarius, but I feel, and you could have it in your chart, but this is actually more about you coming into this ultimate confidence inside of you. So as you move forward and you analyze, you're going to see, oh my gosh, I'm really good at that. We have a tendency to lessen ourselves, like our accomplishments, right? Like how I shared that with you, what I did, that's really a big deal. And thank you for acknowledging it because it is a big deal. It's a lot of work. And for me at that time, it was really hard for me to see the value in what I was doing. And the church knew that. So they came back around to let me know this is why you were meant to do that. So it's like Through this analyzing, you're going to see your own value, and that is going to bring back this ultimate confidence. And over the next 70 to 10 days, particularly moving into March 25th, the 25th of March, and I know that's not in the 7 to 10 day period, but it's shortly thereafter. The end of this month, you've got something big coming in, and we'll look at that as we do our future readings. We have the Ten of Pentacles. This is feeling grounded, safe, and secure. Through all the analyzing that you're doing, Cancer, this is you saying, you know what? I do have enough money in the bank. I can move forward. I can make these changes. I can go this direction that I want to go. And this is a wonderful, wonderful moment for you to reconnect with family if you've been wanting to. Those of you who don't want to, you certainly don't have to. But it's not everybody is in that category, right? We have different categories that we go through. All right, let me keep going and I'll look at your questions when I'm done. That way the people who don't want to hear me answer you, they don't have to stay. You have the transformation card on the bottom of the deck, all right? The death card, something ending to allow and allowing something new to come in. And that's what I'm saying. This Queen of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. You're getting ready to get a big reward, and it is going to be very, very wonderful for you guys. Now we have the King of Wands. This is the detail. We're going to look at people, we're going to look at situations, and your cards fell on the ground. All right. So you have the King of Wands. And when we're looking at detail, this can be an Aries, Leo, or Sag, and the two of you may be in a coupleship. All right. This could be a business partnership, a friendship, male, female. It's a general reading. This may be you and your adult child. This may be them and not even you particularly. However, there is this unity, this soulmate connection where you feel like you are meant to be, where you're watching this from afar. There's some toxicity in this relationship. Now, for some of you, they may have Capricorn in their zodiac sign, absolutely. However, I feel that there's a little bit of out of sync between the two of you. Not that they were really, really bad or anything like that. However, there was toxicity. They may have been taking your money and didn't pay you back, or, late on payments, or borrowing too much money. Something like that, that is fixable. It's not necessarily that awful, right? And then we have the Ace of Cups. So, for those of you where you have a family member, whether it's your partner or a particular family member, I feel the rewards are going to finally start coming back. If you're analyzed and said, "Look, I can give you this," or you stop paying me, they're going to start paying you. You go from the 7 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. This reward is coming in through a brand new offer, through a job. Now, pay very, very close attention. You may love the opportunity. It may be in the field of, well, I am seeing, I always hear art, and art is such a beautiful thing. And a lot of people right now are becoming very creative and expansive in their creative abilities. So, this is you becoming at a place where you're going to be a gallery. Some of you are attached to a gallery. Now, it could be an art gallery. It may be creating your own gallery. This could be a gallery online, a gallery through a blog series that you're going to do. It doesn't have to actually be like, the Met here in New York, right? It's like an actual creation that you are working on. The Ace of Cups is saying you're going to love whatever this offer is. Now, for some of you, there is some toxic energy around it. So, the environment, if this is a job, the environment, it may pay you really, really well and you love it. But there might be a Queen of Wands around the backside that you need to watch your back with. So, pay very, very close attention to that. This may also be an opportunity that you applied for in the Capricorn season, which was December, right? The end of December, rolling into January, where you may have received this offer or applied at that time. And this is a do-over. We have the Fool, and it's time for you to be the Fool and really embrace everything that's going on around you, Cancer. Um, yeah, I feel some of you, and look, even if you look at this card, oops, you see there's an, I don't know if you can see it because of the light, but there's an explosion on this side over here, and it's nice and calm over here. You're walking toward the explosion. You're going to take this offer. Watch yourself because there is toxicity around this situation. The Page of Pentacles, that's the long time in the making. That's the season of Capricorn. Now, it may have even been even further back from that. It may have been through Taurus. So that's almost a year ago. You may have applied or waited this long for it to come around and finally come in. Whatever it is going to bring you satisfaction, most definitely. And you, just like Aries, have a lot of people, one, two, three, four, five, six people. And so did Aries. So if you've got Aries in your chart, um, I mean, Aries in Cancer, which I think a couple of you did. Yeah, a couple of you did. You may very well be getting this opportunity that is moving you in a whole new structure, and it's part of what you're supposed to learn. It's like paying attention to everyone around you, right? So when we just grab a job because we need a job, we don't necessarily look or choose to ignore the toxic people around it. You guys are going to see it. You're going to see it. But the thing is, I feel it's going to really balance out for you. Now, with this is you guys are dealing with a family situation. This is a mom or dad, it may be grandparents, where some of you are walking away from a situation that is you're literally going to walk away from it. This is that type of energy that even though there's love, you have a new offer, a new opportunity that is going to um, lead you into a new lifestyle, right? And it will automatically delete. I don't think Erica did that. I think it'll automatically delete. Like if you post a link in there, sorry to interrupt, but if you post a link, it'll be retracted. So they're being very, very cautious about what is being put in writing. They don't want to hurt anyone. So kudos on that, right? Sorry, it got removed. But Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn is here. You've got everything except for air. All right. Air is not on the board, but I do feel Libra is attached. All right. I feel the Libra energy, the air of Libra is going to be involved in this. Now, I'm going to pull an overall message here and we're going to keep going and look at the possibilities of adversities and challenges that could come along the way. All right. We have the card of friendship. So it may not be a job. This may be a friendship that you're dealing with. But equally, you're going to know what this means in your life. So you might be dealing with a friend that's a little bit of a cheater, honestly. And it has been taking a really long time for them to see the light. We have the moon card on the bottom. It's not by chance. This, the two of wands in reverse. So, yeah, that's just confirming what I'm saying, where it may have taken a while for you to see that maybe they're not the right person for you and you're walking away. Some of you are going to walk toward him, and some of them, uh, they're going to leave you. I'm just saying. All right, for challenges, we have the Five of Wands, and that's the internal struggle. That's the quarreling, bickering, and I'm hearing the word dismay. Dismay between you and this particular individual. Again, that could be a friend or a family member. A lot of us view friends as family, right? This is bickering at work, fighting for a job. You're going to have to fight to defend if you want this job, especially if you're in a situation where somebody is a bit of a backstabber, a bit of not really a friend. But the adversity is the self-sabotage energy. So do not do that to yourself. You have so much going on for you. You started this reading off analyzing and recognizing all of the beautiful hidden talent you have. The moon card is on the bottom of the deck. This and the transformation card was in the very beginning, I believe, right? I think it was in the very beginning. So you're coming to a place of balance. What you put out, you're finally going to get back, Cancer. Whatever it is, you're building a new team camaraderie. This is you having the skills, like I just said, having all of these resources around you where you are going to get a job that you know you're good at. You're going to love your job. You just need to practice to learn the art of of deception. Like, but that's really what's going on, and that's what the age of Aquarius is about. So some of you are getting ready to be rewarded quite handsomely. Now, if you guys want me to pull the love, I will absolutely, well, I'm going to pull the love anyway because I did it in the last one, right? So let me pull one more message to go along with this. Now, the challenge is going to be to not want to argue. The challenge is going to want to sabotage your own self and walk away from something you love. And they're saying, don't do that. Stay grounded and stay centered because you have what it takes. So I reiterated that for you for a reason. And we have the card of abundance. This is love. This is love of the job. This is that ace of cups being really hugely profoundly in your life. You love the job, you love the person. This is beautiful. I like this saying. Listen to this, Cancer. I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in the physical reality. What a beautiful saying. And no matter what sign you are, you should write that down. It is a beautiful saying. So let's take a look at love. We're going to look at married couples, people who are in relationships, actually in the relationship with them, whether you're separated or not. And then we'll look at single, 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 single. All right. And I hope you guys are doing well. Yes, the new live show is going to start on the 10th of March. And we're going to take it up a notch. It's not going to be about tarot readings, although I'm sure I'll pull a card or two. You guys love that. But it's going to be going on a higher level about the age of Aquarius engagement. So, whatever your relationship is, you're moving into a higher dimension. If you're separated, you're going to come back together. You're going to reconcile differences and come back together. Whatever the toxicity was between you, the quarreling, the battling, probably just an amount, just a load of stress. You're going to move right past that. And because this love is real for you, the two of you are going to recognize that and you're going to go to a higher level. This is getting engaged. This is getting married, moving in together, and a commitment. For some of you, it may not be those. It may be saying, I want to be a permanent relationship. So this is beautiful and it completely coincides with the card of abundance, right? So lovely, lovely. And for those of you who are single, 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 there we go, it's this one. Love yourself first. Beautiful. Remember, the self sabotage energy will push away, invisibly, will push away those people around you. You like that person sitting over there on the other side of the room, and you're like, yeah, yeah. And they turn around, and if you've got low vibration, they will not approach you. They'll be like the one walking by smiling at somebody behind you because their vibration is radiating and yours isn't. So love yourself first. And when we love ourselves first, all of this just falls right into place, just like I said in the beginning of this reading. All right, you guys, that is for our beautiful zodiac sign of Cancer. Oh my goodness, that took a long time. Sorry about that. So let's take a look at the messages you guys have. You're trying to find a new job or start your own business to work around your children. Hi, Samantha. Yeah, that's not an easy thing to do, is it? It is not. And Dorothy, you're dealing with an Aquarius. Yeah, we can be stubborn, that's for sure. All right. You work with backstabbers, Dottie. Yeah, it is challenging, isn't it? It's really hard because you go home and you start quarreling with your own self in your head while you're driving home from work. It's like, you're trying to like calm down from that. All right, know thyself and you'll love the universe and you'll know the universe. All right, wonderful, wonderful messages. And let's keep going. And let me pick these up, and then we will move into our sign of Gemini. So, Yeah, Gemini. Welcome. Do we have any Geminis here? I don't know if we even have any on the board. I know we have lots of Aries, and I'm so glad you stayed because these readings are really fun, right? Most of the time. I took a nap today. I was so tired. Okay, Gemini, here we go. 4444. That is for a beautiful sign of Gemini. You see, when I go live, you'll get longer readings. So if you guys want me to do these live, I may even consider doing that rather than recording them. Gemini rising. There you go. The sun, moon, and rising sign of Gemini. We're going to have a general reading for those of you who are just joining us. This is for love, career, finance, family, friends, whatever comes through this reading, I will relate to you. The first three cards on the board are for you, specifically for you. And then I will pull in the detail and we'll look at additional messages as well as love as we go farther. So are starting off, Gemini, with the King of Pentacles. This is an amazing individual who is very grounded and typically very, very secure. Male or female, they have a lot of security under them, and they are sitting back in this seat saying, look what I've done. It doesn't mean it just fell at their feet. It means they worked their tail off to get what they have for most of them, not all of them. However, now they're at the point where they can enjoy and reap the rewards of their life. We have the Six of Cups. This is that beautiful, nostalgic feeling, having happy, fond memories of the past, things that used to make you happy. You may be reminded of them through whoever this King of Pentacles is. For some of you, it could have been somebody that actually broke your heart. This could be family member or friend, but left you feeling like you lost the love of your life, like you lost the career or job of your life. But behind you are two cups, and those two cups are indicating that something new is getting ready to come in. Some of you, this is a brand new job experience that's going to happen, and I feel I'm seeing government. Of course, that card can represent government, but it has to do with construction. All right. There is a lot of construction going on, primarily, I know, in the US. I don't know about in Singapore or the other countries that are out there, but definitely it is saying construction. But I feel these are like through the county, city around you within 2-3, 20 to 30-minute commute time from where you live today, this opportunity is going to open up. So that's pretty specific, and it may only be for one or two. I know that one. Okay. All right, let's see what the details are. You guys are coming to a place where you're feeling really grounded, Gemini, and I feel some of you are getting ready to reap the rewards of income payout. Now, it may not be as much as you thought it was, all right, but it is on the way. You have the Five of Pentacles. So fives, and if you're going to have some changes coming in. A little bit of negative thinking is going on around you, Gemini, lately, and you might be feeling a little tense inside, a little bit stressed out inside. But you do have the King of Cups here, and this is an offer. This is a person. This is a situation that is going to make you feel love again, love for your job, love for yourself, love for your own partner. Whoever it was that made you feel left out and unwanted, remember I said it, if you just join me, I said in the beginning of this reading, and I'll continue to say it all the way through October, a lot of us are reconciling with family, we are reconciling with friends that we've been away from for a long time, and even that doggone soulmate, twin flame soul connection person. Okay, it is time to wrap that up as we roll into 2023, a different phase. But this one, this year, is about truth and transparency, right? And we're going to talk about that a lot on the Aquarius. And speaking of Aquarius, you could be dealing with an Aquarius individual. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. We're going to talk about that on the new live series that I'm bringing out on the 10th of March. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. We have definitely our star card of Aquarius. I also feel Pisces is very heavy in this reading. Mm, and Leo is in this reading. So that could be the month that you met them. If it's Leo, that would be the season of Leo. Now we have you that just fell out, the Page of Swords. Hold on, just let me pull it. Here it is right here. All right, we have the King of Pentacles again, and I feel that some of you are healing a situation with a child. This child is probably between the age of 17 to 23, maybe even bordering 24. Somebody that you may have, I feel you or your partner turned your back on them, probably kicked them out of the house due to a lack of contribution, due to a lack of funding, and maybe even taking money from you, which I said in a different reading. Somebody that's taking from you that is not replacing it. All right. Now, some of you, this isn't about that at all. You have a situation with a star individual in your life. An opportunity that you've been wishing for is en route right now. So, Gemini, you are going to love this because here you go. Here's the payout finally coming in. If you've been wanting something and you've been in that positive mode, well done. But you had to go through a lot of struggle to get this. You had to really work to open up your heart, open up your emotions, and say, I trust when I can't even see it. And how the hell can I trust if I can't see it, right? You guys have been there. You know what I'm talking about, right? This is a soulmate situation for some of you, and I don't mean the one that made you drop to your knees, although it could be. All right, I feel it's different. I feel this is a bonding between you and another person that is going to be beautiful. It is going to have high payout reward. Now, when we're talking about the business, about the job, some of you, like I said, it is a career situation pertaining to construction. But another group of, I feel you're gonna move. I feel you're gonna relocate. Although the cards don't indicate it, I feel you're gonna relocate and it's gonna be across an ocean. So it may be going from one country to another. Could be a really big lake, but it doesn't look like it to me. It looks like an actual huge ocean, a vast amount of water. So this may be traveling in a brand new route that's where the money is and that's why you're going that direction. Let me pull one card and then I'm going to pull the adversities and see what they want you to know. So, Gemini, you've got a big reward. The wish you want is being granted. Again, it's not without a lot of work. A lot of work. You have the card of happiness, and that's what I mean. I feel you're going to be getting this offer, this opportunity. And for some of you, it could be a payout. All right. But it does have to do with information, it has to do with you already taken action on this. Now let's take a look at what could challenge you in this situation. We have the Judgment card, the King of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. So this is something you have already experienced, and that's what I'm saying. It may be with this. This is the Page of Swords. We also have the King of Swords. I said no, I said the Ace of Wands. This is judgment on another person. This may be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, particularly an Aquarius individual, because they are on here a couple times. The challenges might be on moving forward with them. The excitement, the passion that you once had for this person may be gone and may be leaving. And for some of you, it's completely opposite. The challenge of the King of Swords is to be honorable and stay in your truth as you make these changes, as you make this final go around on this. For some of you, they are going to move into a new beginning. They are the ones that are going to be going overseas far away from you. And it is going to be happy and joyous, but it will be well worth it in the end. So let's take a look at those of you who are in a relationship, couples, you're with them, you're separated, as long as you are in that relationship together. And then we will look at single. We have the card of honeymoon. So you and your partner, if you have been a far from apart from each other, remember I said I see an ocean. This is a boat, okay? And you may be getting on a boat to go see them. The two of you may be meeting up in a specific location that I feel is very, very romantic. It isn't tropical. It's more like traditional European. It looks like France or even Germany. Okay. So it's like going to a different country than where you're at. Okay. And it's going to be wonderful. That's when we're happy. All right. Now, you may not have even known this was coming. I feel it's going to fly in from out of the blue. You're going to get a message and go, whoa, that King of Swords is going to show up and say, here you go. So, those of you who are single, 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 codependency may have been an issue where you may be a bit of an overgiver and you find yourself after you've given everything to a relationship, to a person, they walk away and leave you feeling high and dry and lack of love, lack of attention, just not what you thought. The thing is, these cards are saying your destiny is changing. Whoever this person was may come back that did it to you in the past, but for a lot of you, it is not them. It is going to be somebody brand new where you are going to recognize, even if you're going, ah, Lorianne, you don't know what you're talking about. Even if you hear me say this, you're going to recognize it when this person comes into your life because they're going to remind you of what you've been through. And most likely that'll be your eureka moment, your, "Oh my gosh, how could I be so blind?" And it is a big, big balancing moment coming in for you, where you may see you attract these kind of people, and now you can change that. Now you can completely turn it around. So it's a very positive moment for you where you're gonna wind up on a brand new path with somebody. You're gonna overcome this. Whoever this King of Swords is, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius particularly, this is somebody who holds a lot of power over the direction that you choose to take in your life. So I hope that helps you, Gemini. And let's take a look at what you guys have been writing. I see you writing to each other. All right. You're talking to each other. You don't like your sister. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining. I will be back on in an hour. We're going to look at our other last three zodiac signs: Libra, Scorpio, and Taurus. So have a nice hour, and I'll see you soon. Bye.